So Joe, the Relocate to Guernsey show back in London, 9th of October. Perhaps you could tell us a little bit more about the idea behind the event.
Yes, well, the whole idea really is to give people who are considering relocation to Guernsey an opportunity to find out more information. Some of them might be coming and finding out about Guernsey for the first time. Other people might be a certain way down the path trying to decide between Guernsey and any other jurisdictions, or they may have decided on Guernsey but haven't completely finished off all their preparation. So it's an ideal opportunity for them to meet with like-minded people who are considering Guernsey, but also to meet with a broad selection of professional experts, the kind of people that they will need to interact with to prepare for their relocation. So we've got some estate agents, we've got tax advisors, we've got lawyers, we've got a whole range of different service providers, as well as doctors talking about the healthcare. So it's hopefully going to be a really informative day for them. And that's the whole idea, so that they can gather a whole load of information. And sometimes we've found in the past couple of years that it's that event that is the deciding factor, because they meet lots of people from Guernsey, they hear all about what life on the island is like, they hear from people who have moved themselves, and so it really helps to crystallise ideas in their mind.
So tell us about the structure of the event. How does the day work?
Well, the day works. We have registration and networking to start off with. People can come at any time of the day, but if there are particular subjects that they want to find out more about, then it's worth looking at the programme in advance to find out at what time the tax talk is going to be, for example, what time the property talk will be. But effectively, they come along, they can mix and mingle, have a wander around the stands, meet the various different professionals who are there, and then we have a series of seminars in the morning speaking about certain subjects, and then we have a lunch break and more seminars in the afternoon. But it really is, the idea behind it is that people can dip in and out according to what they want to find out more about. There's plenty of food. It's a great opportunity for people to mix, mingle, socialise, but just to ask all those questions. That's what it's all about, finding out as much information as they can about Guernsey.
Because guests can also discuss with actual relocators who've been through the process, which adds a real credibility, doesn't it, to the story? Yes,
absolutely. I mean, certain of our speakers this year are people who have brought a business over or set up a business in Guernsey. Several of them are relocators, and they want to share their story, which is actually fantastic, because it's a great opportunity for people to hear from those who have been through the experience themselves. They can ask them questions. It's not someone trying to sell them something. It is real people who've been through that process who are explaining to others what it was like for them.
And global mobility is the hot topic of the wealth sector.
Oh, yes.
Are you noticing an uptick in inquiries? They're more interested in Guernsey right now, do you think?
Oh, yes, definitely. Since the announcement of potential changes to the non-dom regime last year, we certainly saw an increase in the number of people that were making inquiries. And as the year progressed, and particularly with the budget in October last year, that made a whole load of people think, actually, now is the time to do something about it. We've been seeing people who have been on our radar roughly for maybe a couple of years in certain cases, saying, right, okay, now is the time to come, we're actually going to do it. And we've also had a whole load of other people who have decided that due to various things going on in their personal circumstances and various things going on in the UK, actually they want something different, which is all very exciting for us.
But inquiries aren't limited to the UK, are they? You're actually getting inquiries from all over. Perhaps tell us where
yes,
people
well, we see a lot of inquiries coming from the Far East. So we've had several families from Hong Kong and Singapore who've relocated. If you qualify for a BNO visa, then you can come into Guernsey and live on the open market. If you're a British expat, at the moment, with the immigration rules being as they are, there has to be some kind, if you're coming for wealth reasons, there has to be some kind of British connection, be that a British or Irish passport, UK settled status, right of abode, pre-settled status. But if you're coming from any other country and have a passport of any other type, as long as you are coming to work on the island, then you would be given the necessary visa to be able to come to the island. We also offer an entrepreneur visa. So we've seen several families actually coming from China, believe it or not, who come to the island. They have an idea for a business. They apply to come under the entrepreneur visa. They have to invest a minimum of £200,000 in a business, but provided they have a good idea and the business actually works, then it does allow them to live on the island, live in the open market, and eventually to build up enough years in order to qualify for a British passport.
Fantastic. And those who want to join you in London on the 9th of October, October at the Relocate to Guernsey Show, what should they do?
They should go onto the Locate Guernsey website, www.locateguernsey.com, and they will see on the webpage there is a link to the information about the show. They click on that link and they can order tickets. Tickets are completely free for anybody who lives outside of Guernsey, so it's simply a question of registering for tickets and then coming along on the day.
Well, great to chat to you, Jo, and look forward to seeing you at the show.
Thank you, David, and you too.